Mubi obi o anu apie wa brabom.
Kabatototo.
No wa ye ne ho sede wo ye wo dwan.
Frontene mikataya.
No wa ye ne ho se ho brasiefo.
Krede keberekata.
Wo wura wa brabom.
Rekete.
Emra watu pruma na nkaso mo obi apie mu no. Na wona ma de kwan so. Na wo wura mu. Owuram so owuram se yonko. Owuram se nua. Owuram se obi odi nhiremba. Na oye wowo aye se wo ba be kebia ma wo wade musu na woye wowo na wo pie wadwuma musu na woye wowo.
Yes Lord.
Obese wo dachi obese wani mo nya obi ofa punu
Jesus.
Your fan pomem
Jesus.
Your fan kemu
Jesus.
Baby of Fabiara
Jesus.
Ebe wura wa brabo
Jesus.
Onya maba na woye wowo ene wo jamra
Jesus name.
Jamra
Fire.
Ene wo jamra
Yes
ene wo jamra
Yes devil. Yes devil. Yes devil. Yes devil.
Yes devil.
Jesus.
That there are turbulences on the high seas does not mean that God is not with you. The purpose for which you are embarking on this travel is because of your integrity, and yet there is turbulence on the sea. I came to tell you tonight that many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord his God shall deliver him out of them all. Is it not very, very sad that in our day and in our time, people with peace are seen as people that are doing the will of God?
Allow people to have their thoughts of you, but don't allow them to implement their thoughts on you. There are some of you here, you have lived a life worth living, but no matter what you do, there are some who have a thought of you because of the way you dress. When you heard the gospel, you left your boyfriend long ago, but when they see you on your high heel with your taste of class, they begin to think that, oh, as for this lady, she doesn't live well. You can allow them to have a thought of you, but don't allow them to impose their thoughts on you. Because many a time, those that you think will be of help are those that of hurt. They will hurt you without having a feeling. In fact, their feelings have been numb. They have no feeling. So can you imagine allowing yourself to be manipulated and ruled by people with no feeling? You will die before your time. Don't worry. They may not help. Let them go. You can believe in man, but trust in God. That is why the Bible says that God did not commit himself to any man, because man is dangerous, and at the same time man is helpful. But the problem is, how will you know the one that will help and the one that would destroy? It is only when you depend on the arm of the Father. The people you help should be vocal enough in your life. You want everything for yourself, but let me guarantee you this: one of these days you shall be buried like every other person is buried. One of these days you shall be on the bed, and what you had for yourself cannot save you. One of these days nothing you did for yourself can save you, but it is only the things you did for God and for eternity that can speak for you. Too many selfish individuals. Something that breaks my heart is to tell a congregation member that come and buy this oil, blue oil, and you are going to have a breakthrough. If a prophet has to take money from you before he prays over you or prophesies over you, then he is broke enough to an extent that he is disqualified from praying for you. The truth of the matter is, the greatest form of healing wounds is to invest in people without expecting a return from them. Some of us are living in good houses, and your next neighbor is living in an uncompleted building. Not even a Christmas will you cook for people that are living in your area that don't have money to buy chicken. And you think because your house is gated and you have all these elements of security there. Go and ask JB Dangwa. He had all the security in his house, but he was killed. I'm not saying you shall be killed, but what do you lose if the neighbor close by you enjoys just a bit of what you have? Some of you should not let a day go by without putting a smile upon somebody's face, because there are some of you, the little delay might end the life of a man who has a destiny to accomplish. The man is half dead, but the simple kind of kindness and the simple act of kindness might extend the life of the man lying down there. Don't waste your time on negative energies. After you have 1 hour of conversation with them, everything goes out of you. They talk about this one, they talk about this one, they talk about this one, they talk about this one. Don't waste your energy. And when a person says he hates you, when he see blue, he will call it sea blue. When he see red, he will call it purple. When he sees white, he will call it cream. Ladies and gentlemen, when you go on the internet and people are insulting your father, instead of you to respond to them, promote your father on your page. It is better to promote than to defend. Let them kill themselves, but you just do your right thing. Don't allow yourself to be wounded. Because church, we are growing, and if I'm advancing and expanding and you have chosen to fight me, it is between you and God. And you want me to justify what you do. The moment you also do what they are doing, you justify what they did against you. What I'm saying is that when you hear them talking negative about you and somebody asks you, how do you think about her? Say, oh, she used to be my friend, she's a very good person. Full stop. At times it is not how big of a money you have or an amount you have in your account. No. But the little things you do. Even the money you are using to sell the cocoa was not your own money. And you know somebody comes to buy cocoa genuinely, doesn't have money for sugar. What do you lose if you just put a teaspoon of sugar in the cocoa for them? Don't you remember that even the money you use to sell your cocoa was given to you by somebody else? What is wrong with you also putting a smile upon somebody's face? At times it's not the big things that you do, but the small things that you do for the lives of people. At times it is not how big of a money you have or an amount you have in your account. No. But the little things you do. Even the money you are using to sell the cocoa was not your own money. And you know somebody comes to buy cocoa genuinely, doesn't have money for sugar. What do you lose if you just put a teaspoon of sugar in the cocoa for them? Don't you remember that even the money you use to sell your cocoa was given to you by somebody else? What is wrong with you also putting a smile upon somebody's face? At times it's not the big things that you do, but the small things that you do for the lives of people.
Heavenly Joy Television. First thing in life is to have God. Heavenly Joy Television. First thing in life is to have God.